Hey guys, this is John with the Lifetime Body, here to do some viewer Q&A. I have to express my excitement over this opportunity. That's why I started the channel, to deliver the message of wellness. This one's from Jim, who reached out to me via an email through the website. I'm just going to read this to you. Jim writes, Coach JZ, I recently found you on YouTube and I like the vibe you are putting out. That mix of longevity, kick-A fitness, and maximum health is what I'm striving for, and your videos resonated with me. Here's my question. In Basic Principles Part 1, you mentioned that we should try to maintain a harmonic balance among the 5 key components of the lifetime body. Could you explain this concept in a little greater detail? Thanks in advance for answering my question, and thanks for all that you do. Wow, thanks to you, Jim, and let's get right into it. I responded personally to Jim's email, but here's the gist of our exchange. Harmonic balance is exactly what it sounds like. The 5 components that our bodies depend on for ultimate wellness, which are food, activity, sleep, ergonomics, and awareness, need to be somewhat ideal in isolation, but they have to exist harmoniously to enable balanced function and health. This is analogous to how an automobile is tuned up to run at its best. All the systems have to be timed and synchronized to work together optimally. Let me give you an example. Let's say that for most of us, at any point in time, we have a baseline level of those 5 components that just seem to work optimally for us, enabling us to look, feel, and perform our best. I'm sure you've sensed or observed this in yourself when a certain amount of sleep, exercise, food, work projects, and life balance seems ideal. You feel great. You wake up rested. You don't get sick. You're not tired. Exercise is fun and doesn't make you exhausted. You can handle what's going on at the office, and your relationships add to your happiness. That's a great place to be, and when all those things are pretty good, you are well. Notice I didn't say that they had to be perfect, just pretty good. That's probably not possible, nor is it necessary. The human is a durable beast, and we have a little bit of leeway in all those categories. We just don't want any of them to get too far out of a good zone. Now let's say that suddenly you're having what feels like a lot of extra stress, either at work or in a relationship or both. That's going to impact your ability to recover, and it will usually reduce the amount of exercise your body can tolerate. Sure, you're probably doing specific things to address this category, but the other components might need to flex a little bit to get you back to that desirable baseline. I've had a lot of clients over the years who struggled with this one. Usually type A folks, they would often have a hard time seeing how emotional stress could impact their training. They usually try to keep training at their preferred levels and have a hard time adapting and reducing overall workload so as not to break their body down. But stress is stress. The body doesn't care where it comes from, and it will only tolerate so much. So in times like that, we all need to remember to reduce overall stress, and yes, exercise is a stress as well. By lowering stress where we can readily control it, as with those workouts, we can assist the body in recovering from the high total stress load that the other situations created before we get sick or injured. This doesn't necessarily mean not exercising at all. It just means downgrading effort so as not to produce more stress hormones from overtraining. And we can support that recovery even further by trying to get a little bit more sleep, increasing our consumption of certain foods rich in antioxidants and other nutrients, doing a little journaling or meditation. The sky's the limit. All the components dynamically respond to help the others, and if one or two dip down into dangerous territory, we usually instinctively manipulate the others upward as offsetters and assisters. We're wired to be well. Sometimes we make that happen, other times we just let it happen. Hopefully you're coming up with all sorts of examples of these interrelated properties. As you can see, our lives are so dynamic that our wellness practices can almost never be static or rigid. Are you sleeping less? Make sure you eat better and watch out not to over-exercise. Have a big event, whether that's athletic, social, or work-related, coming up. Try to get plenty of sleep and the best food. These things are instinctive. The magic in all of this is not only can we do specific things in each component to optimize it, we can use the other components to support our overall wellness. That's harmonic balance, and that's what I want to help you achieve. As always, thanks so much for watching. And Jim, a heartfelt thanks to you for getting me started in Q&A. I really appreciate it. If you like this information, give me a thumbs up and make sure that you hit the subscribe button so that you get all the great stuff I'll be bringing to you. And if you have a question you'd like me to address, leave it in the comments section below. Engage with me on Twitter or email me directly. Thanks for watching The Lifetime Body, where science meets common sense and where you can make your body last a lifetime.